Hello everybody and welcome back to another blind commentary of Samurai Jack Season 3 Episode 5. As per usual, there's the outro if you wish to skip that. So yes, indeed, it is time to continue with this. Oh boy, the previous episode was quite the doozy, so I wonder what this episode has in store for us. It's going to be interesting to see how they will top that. But apparently, considering how much hype the next episodes have gotten, not this in particular, but the one after this, probably not gonna be that hard. Yeah, well, I'm positive at the very least. Like, I'm really expecting quite a lot of fun things from the show. Well, within reason, of course. I'm not gonna have my expectations too high. That would make it unbearable if I ended up being disappointed. Not that I will be disappointed. The show has been quite good at keeping its promises. Let's just continue. I'm just rambling at this point. It looks very distinctly Egyptian at the very least, which is interesting. Did Jack already travel as a child? That's, I mean, not unexpected, to be honest, considering that her parents were rather loving, so they probably were able to travel with him quite far ways. And now that I think about it, like, considering where Jack was raised, it probably would have been quite the journey to... Oh well, regardless, it is at the very least distinctly Egyptian themed, so... That's A+ on the theming at the very least, or strong theming, easily recognizable theming. That is certainly one imposing temple. Like, it's freaking humongous. It's not actually that unrealistic, considering I've been to Egypt and they do have some really tall buildings, I must say. I mean, although, well, it's clearly not, it's just a temple, so. But, nah, it's really quite impressive looking, I must say. Looks quite good,
No, I was just going to find that out. It looks like something.
I actually like how much they have kept the same speech style from the child to the adult, or vice versa, rather, that the child actually is imitating the speech of the speech style or accent, rather, that the adult Jack has as well, rather heavily at the very least. It's just a lovely little touch there.
And there's a story on it.
And now we will probably jump to future, but that is at the very least a very good setup for this episode. It's a rather lengthy, okay, well, not that lengthy, like 5 minutes, but 4 minutes also. About 4 minutes long setup, but it's a pretty effective setup, I must say. Well, it's a very simple setup at the very least. How straightforward can this get? I mean, okay, it's not the simplest, it's not the simplest story so far, but it's a very simple and clear setup at the very least. I wonder if the the second half of the episode is, or... It's not even at halfway pointed. I wonder if it's just gonna be one heck of a battle, because the show that's the show's forte. So that would be reasonable to say that they would probably just fight out for the rest of the episode. God damn it! When it gets so quiet, but that I have nothing to say. Like, I can of course go like this show is a pain to commentate over, because there's very little I can say here other than just that's good background. It's quiet. It's foreboding. It makes my job quite a bit harder. God damn it. But I do believe that I have something else to say as well. Surprise, surprise. I do believe that Jack's sword is probably able to banish those creatures. Probably that's gonna be the outcome. Most likely.
The minions of Set.
Well, that was sudden, and actually kind of surprised that they started out with punching instead of, you know, just immediate decapitation. Just saying, they could have killed Jack there. Oh well. Well. This is what the title card is also about, or the card that I use, if you can see. That's... No, you can't. God dang it. But that's what title cards that I use, or thumbnail cards that I used are from this episode, apparently. That was quite the beatdown. Oh! Well, turns out that Jack Jack's sword cannot cut them permanently. Okay, okay. So... Once again, there's this question, how is Jack going to defeat them if he can't harm them? There's surprisingly often this case that there are, like, even in the previous episode there was this case that there were too many enemies that can't be beaten. It's all quite weird. I mean, this time over it's quality over quantity, but still. That was an interesting pose Jack was flying on. Just... what? Oh, okay, whatever.
How to get it?
Oh, well, that was convenient. Insert here to save the world. Okay. Your credit card has been accounted for. Jeez.
Look for the other half where the moon hits the sea of leaves.
Nice. Once again, this episode would make for a pretty damn good video game. That I do have my complaints about this episode, though. They are just demolishing ancient history here, like with thousands of years of history being destroyed in an instant, just in one night. Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's start with the positives. The final scene, the final shot of the Jack asking that Guardian was kind of actually kind of funny. I chuckled a little inside. The action was pretty kick-ass, and it was a change of pace when Jack was finally confronted with enemies that he could not just solve with violence. This plot would make for a really good video, or it would fit a video game really well. Just searching for pieces to find and trying to evade enemies like that. Just make a good stealth game out of that. That would be pretty cool. And of course, it has the natural qualities. The action is pretty good. It has pretty good action. The backgrounds are pretty good. It's very well animated. The music directing is pretty good. But overall, I don't really think this was such a good episode. It was unfortunately rather repetitive, and it doesn't work very well as a mystery episode because we were not given all the pieces and we did not see all of those locations that, like the first part of it, finding the statue of Seth, that was really well done. That was really good, really well done, because I think we had seen that, and we could easily figure that out for ourselves. But other than that, not so much, unless I missed something, which is entirely possible. But it had a seed of new things to it. It had some interesting things going for it. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough, in my opinion, to make it such a good episode. But it was entertaining nonetheless, and it was different. So that's pretty good. This is one of the show's advantages of being so. It has very widely varying episodes, and it has a lot of different episodes as well. Naturally, I of course liked that little flashback sequence. It was pretty good, but yeah, it was just missing something. And of course, it's hard to commentate over pure action, so you know, kind of my problem there. But that's kind of the problem with the show for making commentaries on it. So that's besides the point. Well, that's about all I have to say. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope to see you in the future. Have a great day. Stay awesome. Ganmu out. Thank you very much for watching.